So, after 5.5 years of marriage, Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes are splitting up. Very sad to read about that.
Yeah, Katie's now seeking sole custody of their 6-year-old daughter, Suri. Well, joining us live from Los Angeles is celebrity lawyer Debra Opri. Morning to you, Debra. Thanks for talking to us. First of all, we understand Katie's filed for divorce in New York. Why there as opposed to LA, which is where they spend most of their time?
First of all, this is Tom Cruise's town, and Hollywood probably, especially Los Angeles courts, they're very favorable to an even time-sharing, equal parenting. So I think Katie chose the jurisdiction, and she owns a home over there with Tom. She chose that because if she's going for custody, and for all intents and purposes, the reports are showing she is going for custody, and it may have leanings towards a Scientology issue. But in New York, as in many other states, we have the home state rule, where if the child has been residing for 6 months or more in the state, New York, then she can argue for custody over there, and I think it's more favorable.
So, as you hinted at there, we're hearing reports of speculation that it is concerned about Suri being raised within the Scientology world, the church, if you like, that meant she wanted to take this action. How likely is she to win custody?
The problem for Katie, I think, at this point in time, and no one's seen the prenup except Tom and his people and Katie and her people. So we are presuming right now that the issue of Scientology has probably been addressed in the prenup which exists. And if, in fact, the prenup says the child or any child of the couple will be raised as a Scientologist, this is a written contract and it's going to be a problem for Katie. However, if she's in that jurisdiction and she argues that she didn't know or understand the extent of Scientology at that time, it's going to be a hard argument. It's going to probably go to a private mediation, but I think at this point in time it's more favorable to Tom in terms of the Scientology. However, I wish her luck because she has been raised as a Catholic, and I'm hearing rumors, I don't know if they're true or not, that she has enrolled her child, Suri, in Catholic school in New York.
And just quickly, Debra, you brought up the fact that there is speculation that there is a prenup in place. If so, what would that mean to the huge wealth that Tom and Katie have built up?
Well, we're going to a prenup, which this is like the third time for Tom, and he knows his terms and he knows his negotiations. So very quickly, I think Katie has to basically conform to the terms of the agreement to get her basically negotiated money if in fact it was an arranged 5-year marriage. And she has to do what the contract says she has to do. And if she violates the terms of the contract, financially there may be penalties for her, in my opinion.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thanks, Debra. Okay, still to come here on